Alrighty guys, let's try this again. I don't know what happened in my video. Here's an update. I believe Super Dave has my trade, or our trade, or whatever we got going on in the mail on the way to me. So the 394 has been claimed. The 660 clone has been claimed as well. Did a trade that's on its way to me. I got the G466 boxed up, ready to ship out, and I got the 550 XP boxed up, ready to ship out. Scarface is still available. I get asked, and I don't know, I get 2 or 3 emails a day on it, and I get asked all kinds of questions. It's 9.5 horse. It is a stroker. It's 40 millimeter stroke, 56 millimeter bore. There's full build bids if you dig through the channel on how I accomplished that. It's a heavily modified aftermarket 660 crank. That's how I achieved that in a bunch of machine work. Put up 9.5 horse on the dyno. I would call it a solid work saw build. Pulls chain like mad. If it does not get cleaned, pretty soon, if I read the rules right on for Sawfest, I'm going to dive back into this and flip some stuff around and turn the wick up on this thing and just turn it into a race saw. But I don't have to do that. I would much rather off it the way it is. I have no idea how long she'll last or hold up. It was a ton of work to do this build. The whole thing's an experiment. It runs like a Swiss watch. It's got tons of compression. It's just a sweet saw, fun saw to play with. Let's see here. Let me pause you. Alright, now we're over at the table. I am pretty sure that this has been claimed. My logger buddy wants it. I want to do some test cutting and get it on the dyno to see what she's doing. I had it sitting over here and out here today. I got the fire going. I brought wood up, got the fire going, and I don't know, I sharpened 7 or 8 36-inch chains. That was not fun. And then I fixed the saw. Let's see here. I fixed the saw. I think I fixed 2 saws. Anyway, I don't. He must have picked the other one up. Anyway, but this was sitting over here, and I noticed there was my red armor. It was leaking fuel, and so I quick checked it out, and this is the problem that you sometimes run into on these clones. There's a sharp casting line all up that, and look at all these boogers and stuff. I mean, come on, what would your saw done if this stuff would have broke off and went through the into your carburetor? But I pulled this piece out, threw an OEM one in it, and leak went away. So that's sweet. And it's running better now too. Super duper snappy. In fact, it spun my clutch off and I had that tight. So I tightened it back now, and I'm not going to run anymore until I get a bar chain on it. We'll stick a piece of wood and let it tighten itself up so as tight as it needs to be. It's got oil over my bench because I had it running. This is that sweet looking 4910 that I built that my buddy claimed. I did 3 of these black ones back to back, and one let me set this over here. Here's the other one that I did, and I'm hoping this one's going to be 7 horse. But I did 3 of them back to back. I got one that should be pretty sporty. It should be close to 6 horse, I would think. If it's not, I don't know why, because it's got a build in it super similar to another one that I had dynoed that put up 6 horse. So, but I don't know. I'm on the fence with that one. I want to get it dynoed. And I want to run it. See how that one does, because it might replace one of my other work saws. And if it does, I'll probably be sending another 4910 down the road. This one's brand spanking new that I bought. It's never had gas or nothing put in it, and I have another brand new one on the way to me too. I might build. I'm still on the fence about it because I love these things. I always feel like I'm getting rid of a kid when I get rid of one of these. I'm thinking about building 2 of these to send down the road. And I don't know if I'm going to black them out or what kind of build I'm going to stuff in them, but that's just a thought. In fact, I want to go put this back in the box before something happens to it. Alrighty, she's back in the box. Yeah, this thing is running tits. I can't help but to think if fuel's coming out, I was probably sucking a little bit of air. It's probably why it was being a little funny to tune, because it after I took the carbon stuff off and put that fuel nipple in there, I started it back up, tuned on the carburetor a little bit, and it reacted right now to my tuning. So and I'm looking forward to test running the crap out of this thing. I think I'll set it back over here so I can see if it's going to leak anymore. It's been sitting about half hour or so. I'm not seeing nothing. And a saw bench never stays clean. So, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing 2 4910s to send down the road. I want to get that 350 sitting in that tote right there, or that echo box. Waiting for the parts out to show up for that, so I want to get that done, and then also want to go a little more muffler mod on that 461. And then let me pause you. I'm going to set some stuff out here on the bench. Alrighty, I'm going to do this all in one video. I ain't been making very many videos lately. Been dropping shorts here and there. We got parts in for this 460. I picked this 460 up on some horse trading. She's clapped out. It's just super tired, no power. Runs a little funny. I'm assuming she's sucking air. It's got a noisy bearing. He told me it had a big bore kit in it, which I don't care. I have this. I've already cut the base and chamber on this. I have a beautiful OEM cylinder right here. Ryan from Wolf Creek Saw Shop, super awesome dude to deal with. I ripped my box here. He hooked us up with this killer piston. It's a Meteor piston, caber rings. These things are just looking better and better too. He hooked us up with a killer piston and rings to go with that OEM cylinder right there. That's going to be a really nice combo. He also hooked us up with SKF bearing seals. I don't know what brand the seals are, but here's the seal kit, and then that was from Wolf Creek Saw Shop. Awesome dude to deal with. Like I said, if you're buying parts from him, tell him I sent you over there, and I'm sure he will be more than happy to get you squared away on your parts. Another good place if you're looking for aftermarket parts or clone saws, because he sells clone saws, is bluesaws.com. He hooked us up with this gasket kit for this build, and there's seals in here, but I'll check these seals out and them seals out, and whichever one I determine to be the better set of seals we'll roll with. I am splitting the case on this, so that's nice that it come with that. That I probably won't use. I don't think I will anyway. That I probably will. And this center gasket for sure. But go check out bluesaws.com. Now I still want to get better covers. And I'm thinking about doing a full wrap on this. But I'm gonna look. They're just so dull and faded. I can't help but to think I'm probably gonna black them out. Like, I'll buy a set of aftermarkets and black them out. But I'm gonna need to get a chain brake. I'd like to put a wrap on here. I kind of wished I would have discovered before I did the deal. I had a wrap on that G466, but I sold it with the wrap. But it's not no big deal if I don't. I think I have a brand new OEM normal handle floating around. I'd like to go with a dual port exhaust. This chain brake has been repaired. It looks like it's been fiberglassed all back together and repainted, which is fine for a beater saw, but I'm not gonna do that. And I'll check this muffler mod out. It's kind of cool, but you know, if I like how it's done on the inside, we might paint that back half up and then put the dual port cover in the front of it. Or possibly whatever he did here. Looks like there's room. Maybe I'll try to mimic something similar on the other side, and we can have two off the side. I'll have to look at it. I mean, if I get into it and that thing's all butchered and horrible looking, we'll start fresh. Feels like I got something stuck in my throat. But we'll be splitting the case on this thing, going through it. This thing's going to be like a brand spanking new saw when we're done. And we'll juice it up. I know the other two 460s I did, the guys that got them seemed to be pretty happy with them. I was actually shocked at how well these things perk up. They zip up real good. They're just a good saw. The 044, 046, 440, and 460 were probably some of the most reliable saws that Stihl ever made. I know they were out in the tree industry for a very long time, and not many problems arised in them compared to some other saws. They're just good solid saws. Some good solid German engineering. But I've blabbered on here enough. I'm trying to think what else I could toss in this video. Just waiting on. I've got like, I get rid of a couple projects, and then I think I've got like 5 or 6 other saws on their way back. So it's like, but I got to keep a continuous revolving door of projects for you guys to try to keep content up for you guys. I really hope you guys are enjoying the content. Though it's supposed to start warming up. It's spitting rain right now, so hopefully I'll melt that snow down. Yeah, so I don't know, but you guys take it easy and have a good one.